Hey, what's up guys, the Miho within. I got a Raccoon deck profile for you guys, so let's just get into it. Let's get started. So we have 3 Rescue Cats. Tribute him, special summon 2 level 3, 3 or lower beast type monsters. Incredibly good, it's the majority of the deck, our targets. 3 Summoner Monks to be able to special summon our Rescue Cat. Now to go into the beasts. We have 3 Nimble Beaver. So when he's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 other Nimble Beaver either from your deck or from your graveyard. And 3 Amazonas Baby Tiger. When an Amazonas monster is summoned, you can special summon this guy from either your graveyard or from your hand. Then 3 Bellerophon. 3 Bambi. So what he does is you can discard one card from your hand in order to target 1 beast type monster in your 1 level 2 or lower beast type monster in your graveyard. You special summon it either face up or face down defense position. He's also a tuner monster, that's pretty important. And 1 Wind Up Kitten. You can return 1 monster on the field back to the hand. And then our level 3 beast monsters for targets for Rescue Cat. We have Pero Cerberus. So that when you take damage, you can banish him from your graveyard in order to destroy a card on the field. And we also have Mind Mole. When he's used for a synchro, you get to draw 1 card. And now for the hand traps. In this deck we also play 3 Effect Veiler and 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So hand traps to be able to protect your Naturio Beast and your other when you do your first turn big board. If you want to play an alternative to this, if you can't afford the hand traps, I would say that you could probably go with playing Kaijus, and then we also play Regeki, so instead of Regeki you could also play Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. And then if you're going to play Kaijus, also another card that you can bump up to 2 would be Wind Up Kitten, because a good combo is that you can give them a Kaiju and then just use Wind Up Kitten to return your Kaiju back to your hand. So that's it for the monsters. Now for the spells. So the best spell in the deck is this. It's Obedience Scold. So you can only activate this card when you control no monsters. You special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type monsters from your deck with different names from your deck. And then they get destroyed during the end turn. And then you can't special summon anything but beast type monsters for the rest of the turn. So I'll go into it after I finish the deck profile, but there's a really crazy first turn play you can do with this card. So 3 Obedience Scold, 3 Scapegoats. Very good, can help you go into Mrs. Radiant, since Mrs. Radiant is very important for this deck because he boosts up the tokens that you make. 1 Monster Reborn. 3 Called by the Grave. So I choose to use 3 of these. 3 of this is because it's very important for your Obedience Scold and your Rescue Cats to go off. So stopping those hand traps from interrupting your Rescue Cat and Obedience Scold. They're also good because they can be interruption during your opponent's turn, and then they're also Summoner Monk targets to like pitch to be able to special summon Rescue Cat. And 3 Ayers Rock Sunrise. This is like Monster Reborn but for beast monsters. You target 1 beast monster in your graveyard and you special summon it. So it can be any beast monster, so you can actually special summon a Naturia Beast if your Naturia Beast got destroyed, or you can even special summon like Mrs. Radiant also, so that's pretty cool. And then last we have 1 Raigeki for field wipe. If you have Raigeki and they have strong monsters on field, what you can actually do is make sure you go into the Raccoon XYZ before blowing up their field, that way you get a strong token and then you Raigeki. And then the last 2 cards, I only play 2 traps in this deck. And Super Rush Recklessly. So this is just a tech choice for me. I'd say if you can afford it, I'd say probably replace these 2 for Ash Blossoms. I know they're getting reprinted, so that'd probably be a good option. So 2 Ash Blossoms or Infinite Permanence. or I like this card because you can select one face-up monster. You select one face-up beast-type monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. You destroy your monster and then you return your opponent's monster back into the deck. So what you can do with this card, you can target your Mrs. Radiant. Mrs. Radiant will get destroyed, and you will actually get the effect off that you can add a Earth monster from your graveyard back to your hand, and then it'll also interrupt your opponent. So it's a chainable. So I like that you can use it like that. It also works with the scapegoat tokens. If you don't like this card, I guess other options would be that you can also do Horn of the Phantom Beast. That way it makes your Naturia Beast or your token stronger, and then if they destroy monsters by battle, you also get to draw a card. But I like how Super Rush Recklessly can interrupt, and it's chainable. Alright, and that's it for the main deck, so now to go into the extra deck. So the main XYZ we go into is number 64, Ronin Raccoon. So what this card does, he's 1000 attack, he requires two level 2 beast-type monsters. So you detach one material to special summon one token. That token will get the attack of the strongest monster on the field. So one important thing to note with this is with Mrs. Radiant. Mrs. Radiant will boost all your monsters by 500. So let's say Mrs. Radiant is the strongest monster on the field, so it's 1900 because it increases its own attack. So if you detach, you get your token. Your token will copy Mrs. Radiant, so it'll be 1900 attack and then get Mrs. Radiant's boost. So it'll go up to 2400. So that's pretty important. So number 64. 1 Sky Cavalry. You gotta like how he can be a boar loadout. 1 Cursed Javelin. I'd say that if you do have a boar load, I would say to play boar load over this guy, but I don't, so I just play Cursed Javelin. Then that's it for the XYZs. Then we have Synchros, our only Synchro, Naturia Beast to negate spells. Now to go into our Link monsters, we play 3 Mrs. Radiant. Very important for this deck for boosting up our all the tokens that we're going to be generating and making them really strong. 1 Miss Starboy. You can actually make this card in this deck since you use Nimble Beaver. So two Nimble Beavers gets you a Miss Starboy. 1 Firefighting Daruma Doll. So this guy we can make him off of Scapegoat. You don't even need Scapegoat in order to make him, but it's one of the most convenient ways to make him. But yeah, spell and trap destruction, and then if he also destroys a monster by battle, he actually gets you a monster back from your graveyard. And 1 Proxy Dragon. 2 Nightmares, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, monster and spell and trap removal. And then last one, 1 Link Kuriboh. So we have a lot of, since we generate so many level 1s with our with all the tokens that we make. So that's it for the main deck and the extra deck. So now I'm gonna go into the best combo that you should know this deck can do. This is like the first turn play that you always want to go for if you get these 2 cards in hand. So you need Rescue Cat and Obedience Gold. This also works with if you have Summoner Monk. All you need is 1 extra card. It needs to be a spell card, of course, to be able to special summon Rescue Cat. But first of all, we're going to activate Obedience Gold. So with Obedience Gold, the main target, the ones you want to get is we're going to get Bellerophon, a Baby Tiger, and then last one doesn't matter too much. Let's just do Wind Up Kitten. So those are the 3 we special summoned. So now, Rescue Cat's in our hand. We're going to send. We're going to use Baby Tiger and Wind Up Kitten, since they're both Earth-type monsters. We're going to send them, and we're going to make a Mrs. Radiant. Now we're going to summon Rescue Cat, use the effect of Rescue Cat. And now we're going to special summon a Baby Tiger, and either Pero or Mind Mole. Let's just do Mind Mole for this. So Mind Mole and Baby Tiger. The effect of Baby Tiger, you special summoned an Amazoness monster and you have one in graveyard, so special summon the one you have in your graveyard. Now we can use Mind Mole and Bellerophon to make an Naturia Beast. You used Mind Mole for a synchro, so you get to draw one card. And now we're going to overlay both of the baby tigers. Let's make this a bit more over here. Overlay both of the baby tigers. And then you can make number 64 running Raccoon. Now use the effect of number 64, detach a baby tiger to get a token. So we're going to special summon a token to your side of field. Okay, so the strongest monster on field, assuming you're going first, Naturia Beast gets boosted up by 500, so he's at 2700. Then the token copies the attack and then gets the boost from Mrs. Radiant. So this is a 3200 token. So you got Mrs. Radiant, Naturia Beast, that's 27, pretty hard to get over, 3200 attack token, and then we have number 64. So also his other effect is if you control another beast type monster, he can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So this is a pretty impressive first turn play, especially considering that you only wasted 2 cards. You got 1 card out of it with Mind Mole, so it's almost as if you only wasted 1 card to be able to get this field. So yeah, this deck is pretty cool. It has a really impressive first turn play. It's easy to side, so the side deck is very easy to go into. You can just switch into Kaijus. You can even play Mistake. You can play Thunder King. There's a lot of things you can do with this deck. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.